Hello there! I am No Name and I'm back again with another installment of Sonia's Global League adventure. This time, we'll be facing against another Tier 1 CEO in the name of Javier. Or Javier, I don't know. I'll be calling him Javier for this video. So, anyway, Javier's a unique CEO. His viability depends on whether he can get a comm tower or not. So for you guys who don't know what a comm tower is, it's this tower here and here. The ones with, I think that's a speaker on top. Basically what it does is it gives your entire army plus 10% firepower boost. Not if you're Javier though. If you're Javier, you also get an additional 10% defense per comm tower. That's why in maps which don't feature a comm tower, he's usually considered bottom tier or like the worst of the CO together with like Grim, Cole, and all the other bad COs in the game. However, with just one comm tower, he's boosted up as tier 1 because he has that extra 10% firepower and extra percent defense, which basically makes him a Von Bolt. And defense in Advanced Wars is really, I wouldn't say imbalanced, but it's really powerful because once you get to a certain threshold of defense, particularly like 30%, like 40% defense, it's very hard for your units to die. Like, your opponent has to gang up on one unit just for them to kill your unit, which is very difficult, really. That's why he's considered as tier 1. Not only that, but his powers are also very dependent on comm towers. So just to quickly go over it, his normal power, I forgot what it's called. I'm gonna flash it on the screen anyway, so you'll guys read it. But his normal power gives him twice the comm tower bonus. So if he has one comm tower, then he gets 20% attack and 20% defense from it. However, if he doesn't have a comm tower, then basically his normal power and his super power as well is kind of useless. You still get that extra defense from the indirect, which is a part of his day-to-day, but for 3 stars and 6 stars, just that isn't really worth it. Like, what makes Javier's CO power and super CO power really is the extra defense from the comm tower. And just a quickly running through the super CO power, basically triples comm tower bonuses. So if you have like one comm tower, that's 30% defense on top of the default 10% that you get for popping a CO power. That's 40% defense. Imagine all your units are sitting on an HQ. That's basically Javier's superpower for you. And if you have 2 comm towers, that's basically 70% defense in total. So if you put your unit in a city, that unit's not gonna die. That's why Javier is broken if he gets 2 comm towers. You just can't kill him. Once he pops normal power for 3 stars, none of his units are gonna die. That's why, as much as possible, the strategy against Javier is to deny the comm tower, because once he gets at least 1, it's already an uphill battle for you. If he gets 2, just resign the damn game because you're not going to win against Javier. Anyway, going to our CO of choice, you all know her. It's Sonia. You know her stats, the bad luck, the counter attack bonus, the +1 vision, all that good stuff that makes Sonia Sonia. I would say that she's not a particularly good matchup against Javier because of her bad luck and Javier's defense. Then it's just not a good mix. Like, you're gonna be dealing pretty shit damage. And I think with increased defense, the bad luck increases. I don't know. I'm not sure with that mechanic, but I have heard of rumors, quote unquote, that defense and luck interacts. I just don't know how it affects with bad luck. So for people who's in the know, you can type it in the comment section and explain it to all the viewers what the interaction between bad luck and defense is. But from experience playing as Sonia, enemies with greater defense, usually she doesn't fare well with, because from the very beginning, she already has crappy attacks. So what makes a crappy attack worse? an opponent with a good defense. So yeah, it's not a particularly good matchup, methinks. However, let's look at the map. So this map is called Strike Through, and I'm not a big fan of this map. First, because it takes forever for your economy to get rolling. Because if you've noticed, there are no capture chains here. All the cities are at least 4 spaces apart. So yeah, you're only gonna be capturing one property every other turn because it will take you 2 turns to jump from one property to the other, which kind of sucks. It slows down your economy. Plus, it's also base light, so that means you have less infantry to capture, slowing down your economy even further. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of this map in terms of that, but what another interesting thing about this map is the contested comm towers. And when you're playing against Javier and the map has contested comm towers, you can just bet that the Javier opponent is going to rush for both comm towers. Those greedy mofos. They're going to catch both comm towers, hoping to make Javier broken. However, the flip side of that argument is also true. If you're playing against Javier, you can also rush both comm towers so that you would deny Javier any bonuses, rendering him useless throughout the game. I guess, spoiler alert, that's the strategy that I'll be running for this game. So, before we start, again, just like to reiterate, I'll be playing this with fog on, so you can only see things from my vision. So, you won't be able to see the movements of my opponents. So, without further ado, let us begin. So, yeah, Javier player is turn 1. Oh, wait, why can you still see it? Okay, now you can't see it. Alright, that's clear. You can no longer see his units. Okay, so yeah, turn 1, again, this is just your usual capture phase. So infantry, building infantry, and day 3, I build a recon here. Now, in hindsight, I should have built a recon on this side because, as you can see, later on, it will take 3 turns for this recon to attack, to have vision of this comm tower and attack. While a recon here will only take around 2 turns, I think. If I remember it correctly, it's only going to take 2 turns. But the point is, build the recon here first, because this will be able to interrupt this comm tower if ever someone tries to rush for it, right? So anyway, let's see what I do instead. So yeah, as you can see, it takes forever for the economy to get rolling because the cities are so far apart. But yeah, this recon, its main objective is to interrupt this comm tower and make sure that he doesn't capture it. As I mentioned in my previous video, as Sonia, it's fine if you don't have a comm tower because you can rely on your 50% counter attack, which will be a lot stronger if your opponent also has no comm tower. So with this game, I'm fine without getting any comm tower as long as Javier also doesn't get a comm tower. And if you see, I think I skipped that. If you see, I did the thing that you can never do when you're playing Advance Wars. I base skipped. Oh no, I will probably lose this game now, right? Well, not really. This is a special circumstance. In normal circumstances, you don't base skip. That's just a rule. However, in special cases, you can, and this is one of them. I built another recon on this side with the hope of interrupting this later on. So right now, I have 2 recons set to interrupt both comm towers. So my game plan here is to make sure that Javier never gets a single comm tower in this game. Again, as I mentioned earlier, I made a mistake here. Like when I analyzed this map later on, I realized that I should have built a recon here first and then build a recon here second, because it's gonna take him longer for him to capture this comm tower, assuming he rushes it with an infantry. It's gonna take a turn later, while this will take a turn earlier. So yeah, if you're playing this map and you're playing against Javier, build your recon here first and then second recon here. Anyway, day 5, we still don't know what he's doing, but we're playing against a Javier player. We're assuming that um, we are dealing with someone who's probably going to rush the comm tower. And when I moved the recon here, and I saw that that's weird. There's no infantry here. Huh? Is he not going to rush the comm tower? But there's this forest here, and he could be hiding here. So in my mind back then, what I did was I counted the space from the base to the comm tower. So I counted 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh no. He's in this forest and his infantry has a vision of my recon. So that's my first mistake. I should not have moved my recon here. Probably just should have moved it to this city so it will have the defense bonus. At the same time, it'll get vision of the comm tower. Because like if you look at the previous turn, it's not like I'm gonna attack the comm tower anyway, so if he's already capping, there's really nothing I can do to interrupt it. So this was just a dumb move on my end. Should have probably just placed it on the city. Next, I place the recon here again with the hopes of interrupting this comm tower. And yeah, just your usual. And I don't know why I built an artillery. I'm playing against Javier, and Javier against artillery, they're not that great because Javier has that minus 20% indirect defense. So my artillery will be doing less damage basically. But I guess my mindset back then was that since this is going to be my weak side, because I plan to pressure this side more compared to this is more of a defensive artillery. Like this recon is going to interrupt the comm tower, and this artillery is going to lock it down so that he won't be able to capture this comm tower anytime soon. So that was my strategy. So even with like the 20% defense, that was like, a downside I was willing to make. And here, I got trapped. And look at that. He's already rushing for this comm tower. I'm like, oh god. Is he gonna get the comm tower? And I just canceled the capture of this city just to interrupt this. And if you can see like the map, and another reason why I really don't like it is because look at that, I do not have any infantry to capture any of these properties because the properties are just so far away. There's no optimal route for the infantry to take to capture properties. But I did what I could, and I made sure that this infantry isn't going to get this comm tower. So that's that. And yeah, artillery moves in. The objective again is to lock down this comm tower. And then I'm sneaking with this infantry, hoping to capture either of these properties. And then there's your goddamn infantry. Hello there, you're not gonna capture this comm tower, so better capture something else. So yeah, I capture that, and immediately I build a tank because again, I'm planning to put pressure on this part of the map. And this will be more on my this is gonna be more of my defensive side, and because he's more likely to capture this comm tower, I think, or I don't know. I think he's more likely to get this as compared to this. As I mentioned a while ago, the comm towers from both bases are actually equidistant. Like both comm towers are 2 bases or 2 turns away from the base. Like here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this zone, that's my 2 base reinforcement zone, and then you add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the comm tower is actually within, or is actually outside both of our 2-turn reinforcement bits. So that's what makes it very contested. That's why it's easy for you to deny a comm tower in this map. Like all I have to do really is just to put an artillery here, and it's gonna be locked down. You're not gonna capture that. But yeah. Anyway, day 7, and still not seeing anything. There's the infantry there. Big mistake on his part because like I have a recon here, but whatever. And yeah, he just forgoes the capture because he knows that it's hopeless to capture that comm tower anyway, so might as well do some infantry damage. And look at that, he just uses his infantry to capture the cities instead of going for the comm tower, because right now he doesn't have any hope of capturing the comm tower unless he gets a tank out, which I don't know if he has already. Anyway, so yeah, So I kill this infantry to get rid of the vision on the comm tower. And then I put the artillery, and now this comm tower isn't gonna get captured. Not by him. I can still capture it. If my infantry can like move faster and reach the goddamn comm tower, but so far I've successfully locked this comm tower down, therefore he's not gonna get it anytime soon. So yeah, start capping, and oh crap, this can interrupt or it can capture, but yeah, whatever. And I let this comm tower go for some reason. Oh yeah, because I know there's no infantry to capture it, so it's fine. I'm taking a more defensive route because I'm assuming that there's like a tank waiting for me here. I'm just waiting for this tank to be able to back up this recon. Because like if I just park this recon here, like if that recon just stayed there, my tank isn't at range to defend it. So yeah, I'm playing more defensive. I'm confident that he's not gonna capture the comm tower this turn anyway, so that's fine. Okay, day 8 rolls in and starts, and I don't know what he's doing. Can you guess? Okay, he doesn't interrupt my property, so instead he captures. That's good. And then he captures this, and because I have 2 recons, his tank is going to be split now. I think with day 8 you can probably have a tank on each side now, but we're not that sure of that. So yeah, just continue capturing my properties, and I place it on the forest just to get vision of the comm tower so that if ever someone's capturing, his infantry can interrupt. So yeah, I don't know what. Okay, I build a tank here. I would have probably just keep building tanks here just to pressure this comm tower. I don't know what I was thinking here. Again, I built a super early anti-air, day 8 anti-air, because I'm expecting a battlecopter to come out any second now. Problem is, I don't know where the battlecopter is going to be coming, whether it's here or here. So right now, my mind or my thinking was I need to figure out where he's going to push strong, either this comm tower or this comm tower. Once I find out which side he's going for, then I could just go all in there, because most likely what my opponent is thinking is he needs to gather all of his forces just to capture this one comm tower. So yeah, he captures that, and then when I saw the 2 infantries here, I immediately know, okay, he's gonna be pushing hard here. He's gonna try to get this comm tower. I'm like, okay, we can play that game. But yeah, first I kill that infantry, that's dead. And I don't see any tanks coming in. Like if there was a tank, it would have probably been on this city. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So no tank here, meaning this recon is safe. But again, even if I have this artillery to back it up. So that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Capturing the cities on the periphery, which I should have done ages ago if this infantry hasn't been like interrupted, but whatever. And then again, I park my stuff on top of the comm tower. Now, if you're Javier and you don't have a comm tower, no way in hell that you're gonna dislodge this tank with 2 tanks. You're gonna need at least 3 tanks to get rid of this. So yeah, you're not gonna capture this comm tower as long as this tank is here. So yeah, just kill that. And then I also park, and then I saw the tank, and yeah, it can hit my tank, but again, I'm playing as Sonia, and if you don't have a comm tower, it's really a bad idea to attack a Sonia tank on the property, because you're gonna lose that engagement. Anyway, so I get vision of this neutral property here, park my tank there, you can get rid of that, and then, oh yeah, because like right now I can't really overextend, this property is his, so there's no use pushing this infantry forward because there's nothing for this infantry to capture. What I'm doing instead is I'm doing like a side sweep of trying to threaten this what do you call this, infantry with this with my infantry here. So I'm assuming this infantry is probably gonna move into the forest, so if he does that, I'll be able to spot with infantry and attack with recon plus tank. So that's my strategy right now. So yeah, and then immediately I build a battlecopter because I need to split, because I still don't know where his air units are gonna come out, so I need to prepare. And yeah, that's one tank, and another tank which was hiding in this forest all along, and he kills the recon on the property, and then he captures. I don't really care about that. I'm sad my recon is lost, because like it just got rid of a lot of my vision, but the important thing really is he doesn't get the comm tower. Right now, He's in like a 4K income lead ahead of me. And the reason for that is I haven't captured this fucking property because I keep forgetting that property exists. So not only am I playing at the low economy game, I'm also forgetting to capture properties, which is why I'm still at 13,000, my opponent is already at 17. But I start capturing my properties, it should increase. It decreased to 15, and look at that. I see your infantry, and I kill it. And the beauty is that as I have this artillery protecting both this tank and this recon. But again, I keep forgetting I'm playing against Javier, so all of this really is irrelevant. So, okay, build infantry and finally capture this. And I think I'm gonna capture this property as well, so that's nice. And I base skip for some reason. Why did I base skip? Because, I don't know why I base skip. Oh yeah, okay, I base skip to get a tank and a copter. Okay, yeah, because usually it's not really advisable for you to base skip just so you can afford a copter, because the point of a copter is that you have an extra unit to add. Because if you're gonna build a copter just so that you'll have 2 offensive units, it's better to build 2 tanks, really. But I guess what I want to do is to spam battle copters right now in preparation for my counter break. Because, again, battle copters as Sonia are great, especially when you have counter break ready, because they're just not going to die against other battle copters, only against anti-airs. So, yeah, I think that was my strategy. That's why I base skip. And I think my mindset was I already have enough infantry here anyway, so even if I base skip, I'm not really losing a lot. So here's like the mindset if you're base skipping. If you decide to base skip, just imagine that one of your infantry just dies out of nowhere. That's what you get. That's the analogy. Every time you base skip, an infantry dies. So if you don't want an infantry to die, then don't base skip. So yeah. Anyway, I see the recon, so he probably has good vision of the center, and he's moving away from the side, which gives me a clearer idea that he's going for this comm tower. That's the comm tower he would want to grab. So this comm tower is basically safe now. He's from my vision here, I can see that he's basically abandoned his eastern wing. So moves units, and then look at that, 6-6. And that is why you do not attack a comp. You do not attack a Sonia tank on a property, because this is the kind of engagement that you're gonna get. So day 11, finally capture, and then I become brave with this recon. I spot this recon, and then I kill that infantry. And that's the beauty with Sonia recon, is that other recons won't be able to spot you. Like, look at this recon. It's right at the edge of Javier's vision, and this infantry also can't see jack shit. So yeah, he will, if he wants to have a counter attack, he would need to dedicate a unit just to get vision, and then he attacks. Anyway, so right now, since my recon a while ago was here, like if you move back, like I see nothing here, which gives me an idea that this city is very open for the taking. So that's why I move my infantry there, make sure that this infantry can threaten this city. And if he doesn't respond, then I get an extra income. So I finally get this city, and again I park this tank on the city. Stupidly enough, there's a forest here. And the thing is, I probably should always assume that if there's a forest 3 spaces away from you, just assume that there's an artillery there. Because, yeah, just assume there's an artillery to be safe. So, yeah. Anyway, my tank moves out. Battle copter comes in, is in perfect reinforcement range of this tank. And, yeah. And again, I did something stupid. I guess the reason why I was confident in exposing this anti-air is because if he has a battle copter, I have a battle copter to fight back anyway, so that's fine, even if besides the anti-air isn't gonna die anyway, like with this tank hit, so it can still recover. So yeah, that was my mindset. That's why I revealed this anti-air prematurely. Not usually what you want to do, but whatever. And it's on a road as well, so it's really bad for me. Anyway, so yeah, my tank gets blasted by an artillery hidden in this forest. So yeah, lesson learned, if there's a forest 3 spaces away from you, just assume there's an artillery there and get the hell out of there. Move somewhere else. So he gets that city, and then, as predicted, um, he gets a hit with my anti-air, and then there's the battlecopter. So you might think, that's bad. But the thing is, a 4 HP anti-air still does decent damage to a battlecopter. Not to mention, I also have a battlecopter that's in perfect range to retaliate. And I also have this tank that's in perfect range to attack this tank. So, if you think about it, my counter attack is actually looking pretty decent. So I'm not sweating here. So, and then he gets the infantry. My opponent's probably thinking, finally I'm gonna get that comm tower, get the 10% attack and 10% defense. Again, you do not want that to happen. It's better if you sack an entire army just to prevent Javier from getting one comm tower, because I assure you that's going to be absolutely worth it. Anyway, I think my turn's taking forever. He's just killing stuff on my left side or in my on the east side. But yeah, again, that's not really relevant. Because what are you gonna do to capture these properties? I don't really care about that. What I care is your comm tower. You're not gonna capture that. So yeah, look at that. This infantry doesn't die. Usually, infantry on a road, that's one shot by an artillery. But in this case, didn't. I had to attack with a recon. Anyway, and then yeah, just kill. Didn't. I don't know if this was the lack of comm tower or Sonia's bad luck. But normally 6 HP infantry on a city, that's supposed to die. It didn't. Okay. That's fine. I mean, it's inconsequential, really. That's fine. However, if you look at my anti-air here, it can't, god damn it. It can't reach this battlecopter unless this infantry dies. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, wait. Anyway, I forgot my point, what my point was. My point was, this anti-air shouldn't be able to reach this battlecopter. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then why the hell did I... Okay. I forgot what my logic here was, why I didn't attack with this battlecopter. Did it? I'm pretty sure when I played this, I thought it couldn't reach the battlecopter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can reach. What? So why didn't I attack this? That's funny. Okay. I now remember why. Because I wanted to attack this battlecopter from this angle. Like this anti-air from this angle, and I can't quite reach it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can also reach it. So what the hell was I don't know, man. Okay, I guess that was like a dumb moment. But if you can see, I thought my power. Like, the logic behind here, or what happened in my mind while I was playing this game, was that when I killed this infantry, or at least when I tried to kill the infantry and it didn't die, I was so pissed at Sonia's bad luck that I just popped normal power, just so that I can get that 10% extra offense for my next engagements. Because the bad luck, I don't know if it's the bad luck, but something's screwing with me. So yeah, I probably should have popped it before, but yeah, this is kind of a rage move. Like, I just popped power because I'm so goddamn pissed. Give me that 10% fire boost. And then yeah, I finally capturing the comm tower, capturing this property. And from the looks of it, I'm not seeing anything that can interrupt this, so I'm probably going to get this property. But the thing is, I don't know why. What the hell happened to this anti-air? Why did it kill this infantry? I have no idea. Anyway, so yeah, the battlecopter comes in. I also don't understand why I didn't... I guess I'm being more defensive here because, like, he has a tank that can retaliate. So yeah, that's probably why I didn't go ham here. When I recall playing this game, I kind of remember being more aggressive than this. Apparently, I have been more defensive while playing this game. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, infantry comes in, and then yeah, infantry comes in here, and I just made sure that I interrupt this even for like one turn, because like the next turn I will be able to kill this, hopefully. So day 13 comes in, and yeah, he captures that, and then he suicides his battlecopter, I guess, just to weaken this, and then kills infantry. He hits the recon. Yeah, he kills the recon instead of hitting my artillery. I don't know why, but I guess he's more afraid of the vision rather than the artillery, which basically is a weak artillery. So yeah, and I don't know what he was doing. He was just like hitting my battlecopter with units. That's weird. Anyway, I finally get the comm tower. I get this property as well. I hide this in the forest, and then tank. Okay, not the best engagement, but I do kill the tank, and I also kill this tank. I interrupt the comm tower, kill the infantry. Now you're not gonna get that comm tower. Right now, I just need to make sure that all of his infantries are dead. Because really, that's the thing. Once you kill all of his infantries, he's not going to be able to capture this comm tower. So that's my mission right now. Like, I'm willing to sack this tank just to make sure that all of his infantries are gonna die. Like, I ignore this tank even because, yeah, once his infantries are all dead, there's nothing that's gonna capture this comm tower. So I consider this comm tower totally denied. And if you look at it, like, look at this. I have 34,800 in my font, and if you can see, there's nothing in my base at this moment. The reason for that is, if you recall, I kind of raged using my power. Well, what happened was that I was so annoyed by the bad luck roll that I just forgot to build units. I forgot to build units, so next turn I have like 34,000 in the bank. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's go for it. Let's build a Neo tank. Let's build a power copter. Let's effing go. So day 14, and then, something shot at my tank. There's nothing here. This is too far. There's nothing. There's no other indirects. So he has a rocket. A rocket either here or here. Most likely it's here because it's roads here. He can get a rocket here in 2 turns. Okay. If he has a rocket, then he doesn't have a lot of tanks. So really, right now, all I have to do is to avoid this rocket here. And then he also attacks my tank, and then a second tank comes, dead, and then the artillery comes. And if you count the space of this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, you can't touch the artillery, but this tank is free game still. So yeah, and there's another copter, but I don't know why he showed this copter thing. Usually, again, what you want to do is you don't want to show your copter. I guess he forgot to take into account that I'm playing as Sonia. So as Sonia, I have 4 vision. Normally, other COs won't be able to see this, but yeah, he just revealed his battlecopter, so now I know to build an anti-air. So his element of surprise with the battlecopter is gone. Anyway, I wasn't even going to plan to attack because, again, this comm tower is right at the edge of the enemy's reinforcement zone. It's also at the edge of my reinforcement zone. So what I want to do is I want to fight over here, which is closer to my base. Because right now, there's no infantry that's going to capture this comm tower, so I don't have to put pressure to it right now. So I'm comfortable. I am comfortable like retreating for a while, just to wait for my Neo tank and this battlecopter as well. And yeah, again, because I saw his anti-air or his battlecopter, I built an anti-air and a battlecopter. So basically, I'm completely defending myself against air attacks because I already have this Neo tank that's gonna take care of all the land battles. So now I have to take care of my air defense. So yeah, as you can see, I'm also shifting almost all of my forces to this side of the map because, again, comm tower, you're not gonna get that, bro. Day 15, and he gets vision just to see what's going on, and then he gets trapped by this 2 HP infantry, which is funny, which tells me that he has an anti-air, so that means I have to be careful with my air units. So artillery disappears. I don't know where it went. And then else, okay, I'm seeing like units passing by, but yeah. So right now he has a again, I know that there's a rocket here. So you just have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these two units aren't defended by the rockets, but there's also an anti-air here. So copters, attacking this with copters won't be a good idea. What's a good idea? Well, we'll see. Yeah, I'm just shifting my infantry to this side of the map because like he might put pressure and try to capture this city. So I'm shifting my infantry to make sure that they'll be able to defend this property here. So first, I use this weak copter to get vision, and there I see the copter. I also know there's an anti-air here. So copter goes down, and then I capture the comm tower. Again, I didn't really have the intention of capturing this comm tower. All I wanted was to get the vision of this anti-air. Perhaps considering that I might attack it with this stack, but when I checked the damage, it wasn't really worth it. It's gonna do like 4 damage, which isn't much because like a 6 HP anti-air can still kill a battlecopter. So yeah, battlecopters come in, another battlecopter. So again, I'm just spamming battlecopters here because again, in preparation for my counter break. And finally, my Neo tank moves here. Boom. And what's his counter attack? His counter attack is 2 battlecopters. But the thing is, battlecopters don't do a lot of damage to Neo tank. It's like 2 damage. So if he attack with both battlecopters, it's gonna reduce it to 6. And then both of his battlecopters are gonna die because first I have an anti-air, second I have 2 copters just waiting. So yeah. And yeah, I decide to take a hit on his stack because even though he has an anti-air here, I know that I can defend this. I can defend this what do you call this? I can defend this battlecopter easily with this infantry. But when I move this, I forgot like, oh crap, he has a rocket here. So he's gonna rocket kill this infantry, and then this anti-air is gonna kill this one, which sucks, but that's fine. I'm just gonna kill it. I have a Neo tank that's gonna back up everything, so it's fine, no worries. So tank, and I also make sure to hide the artillery here just to cover everything. And then I also start capturing this property as well as this property just to make him sweat. Like, look at it, just like looking at it from his perspective. He's seeing 2 of his properties being captured, 3 properties actually, including the comm tower. Then he's gonna start to panic and he might make reckless moves. So that's my objective there. I don't have any intentions of capturing these properties. He's likely going to interrupt all of them. So yeah, day 16, and then the rocket shot at this, so it's not gonna kill this infantry, thankfully. And then something else shot here, so I'm assuming it was the artillery that shot this tank a while ago, and it hasn't moved. Okay, cool. So yeah, he kills this infantry, and then he also kills this infantry, capturing the comm tower again. I don't really care about that. What's important is I got to deny this comm tower. No intention of capturing this one. And yeah. Okay, day 16, and then I revealed the artillery because like, okay, I know there's an artillery here. And I popped enhanced vision. Now, the reason why I did that was first, I wanted to kill this rocket. And then when I thought about it, after popping power, it's like, actually, this rocket's pretty useless. It's not really threatening anything, because look at the range of the rocket. It's threatening this infantry, but I can just move this infantry away. Like right now, I can just run away from the rocket and not get punished for it. So, this enhanced power was actually a waste of a power. I mean, I did support his medium tank, I guess. So I know that he's stacking up, so I have to like I have to build the necessary units to counterattack. But this would have probably been better as a counter break, because I think next turn, if I hadn't popped my power, I'm probably gonna get my counter break. But yeah, so yeah, again, I defend all of my cities here, and then I make sure to kill the anti-air, and then I saw this artillery, and I'm like, oh crap. I forgot that he has an artillery on the southern side. And look at that, he actually built a transport copter just to ferry his infantry, just so he could capture this comm tower. That's kind of funny for me. Like, yeah, man, you're not gonna get that comm tower, I'm sorry. And yeah, thankfully I had a tank that's able to reduce it to 5 HP. And then the death push, not really a death push, but like I have a good attack here. Considering I have such good vision, I know where all of his stuff are. So I know that he doesn't have a lot here, therefore it's safe to attack. So I almost kill both of his copters. Wait, not yet. Then I definitely kill one of his copters. And then I prepare this infantry just to capture the comm tower. Prepare another infantry just to block, I guess. More copters are coming in, more anti-airs are coming in. So yeah, I'm just going heavy on the anti-air. Like, any copter attack, it's not gonna work. Because my mindset is because I already have the Neo tank, all of his land aggression is shut down essentially, unless he builds a medium tank or a Neo tank of his own. And since I saw the medium tank here, I know that he doesn't have anything here. And as you can see, this rocket's useless because it's not protecting anything. It's not threatening all of my force here. He has to expose himself here just to be able to target stuff. And he doesn't have enough blockers to protect it. So yeah, right now, I'm just dominating this side, making sure he doesn't get the comm tower. That's really my goal. And as you can see, this superpower has been online for like a couple of turns now. But he's not popping it because he knows Javier power and superpower is useless without a comm tower. So that's another thing. Once you deny Javier the comm tower, not only are you denying a 10% defense, you're also denying Javier his power and superpower. That's why he's super useless when he doesn't have a comm tower. So with that in mind, my opponent just resigned. Because like he saw the forces that I have here on the southern side, he doesn't have any ground on the upper side to capture this comm tower. Like all of his forces are like heading towards here, and he saw how fruitless the comm tower quest is, and he's just getting his ass kicked. Without a comm tower and you're playing as Javier, there's really no climbing out of that hellhole. So there you have it. Sonia was able to edge Javier out of his comm tower. It's a pretty good, I guess if you're gonna take something away from this video, particularly in this map, don't pick Javier unless you're confident that you can take at least one comm tower because they're super contested. I think both of the games that I've played here, the major conflict would be this comm tower here. Like once the comm tower is taken, usually the conflict moves somewhere else. But anyway, yeah, that's it for the game. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. All of those YouTube stuff. Let me know what you think of the game. If there's something that you can add, like something that you noticed that I missed when I was recasting this or when I was casting this, let me know in the comment section. That's it for me. Thanks so much. I will see you again next week. Bye bye.